Guys, welcome to Breakwaters podcast. Sadly, there's no Greg today, but I had to get an original partner from the Instagram Live days. My man Zach, call him Lardu. My man, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Zach Samakovas. I'm from Brooklyn. I go to Siberian High School and having fun. And I'm George's godbrother, if y'all don't know. And you might know me from the Instagram lives and stuff like that. And yeah.
Yeah, let's play the name. How you got it? I get all my friends I have on there have nicknames. So how'd you get the name Lardu? Want to get into that?
Yeah, I got it from my boy right here, George, because we knew each other. I knew him my whole life, and because there was this other kid who has the last name Lardu, so that's how I got it.
Yeah, of course. There's two in my school, Lee Farrington. Shout out to Lee Farrington, subscribers that watch the show. Lee Farrington was the brother's named Zach and Adam Lardu. I was like, I gotta tell this to Zach. I'm like, you guys are the Lardu brothers. Then your brother was like, no, I'm Birdman. I'm not Lardu. He's Lardu. So I was like, all right, we gotta do that. So yeah. What do you think about the Conforto thing? It's been talk of the town for this week. What do you think about that? Yeah, it was really crazy. Usually when people call you out, always when we played the Long Island days back in the backyard over there, my house, always used to kill you guys in the home run derbies, the regular games. Always always had my elbow. You guys, no, that's how you get it out. You got to keep your up. But
yeah,
that wasn't really cheating. That was really like gamesmanship. Like he was like, it's like, all right, let me just do this. I'm trying to get away with it. And then he got to his favor. So there's really nothing he could do about it. I'm not upset that it happened. Just the umpire did a bad call. He should get as a major league umpire. He should get the call right.
Yeah. Well, I don't really pay attention much about baseball more than you do, but I'm a diehard Yankee fan, and I'll always be a Yankees fan. I'll never switch to the Mets or anything.
Yeah.
And my boys, that even though we have a rough start to the season, we'll finish it off. We'll end up with that chip come fall.
What do you think about the Mets, what they're doing? They'll have and this will be a great baseball series. The Yankees and Mets both being good teams. What do you think about?
Well, in my opinion, I think the Mets have a pretty bright young future. You know, they have DeGrom. He's one of the, if not the best pitcher in the league. Pete Alonso, he's one of the best hitters in the league. I think they have a promising future in the Mets, and I think they'll be a playoff team. And my Yankees, I'm at a rough start. I hope we fire Aaron Boone, get a new manager.
Oh boy, here we go. Are you one of those people, huh?
Yeah, but just like the Yankees, both New York teams have a very, very promising future. Hopefully, my Yankees we finish off the season strong, make a good playoff run. Hopefully, get to the chip. Hopefully, we held that trophy up come fall, and we have our 28th World Series title.
Of course. What do you think about the Rogner Odor trade? I really didn't like that trade. How about you?
I wasn't really a big fan of it. I honestly didn't care.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna talk about your March Madness. My favorite time, your favorite time. So what was your besides the Final Four? We'll get into that. What was your favorite game that you watched? Like, do you have like a favorite game?
Well, I really enjoyed I think my favorite game is probably the Final Four, the UCLA Gonzaga game. I thought UCLA was they were fighting to the death to try to beat Gonzaga because they're undefeated, but then the shot happened. Jalen Suggs. I think he's a really great player, Jalen Suggs, and but even though Gonzaga really has a bad defense, that's how they lost in the national championship to Baylor. So I thought it was one of the very shocking March Madness because a lot of teams were upsetted.
Yeah, you saw Timmy forced OT with that charge. That was crazy. I don't know if you saw that. Great
Yeah,
charge by Timmy there. And Joe Ajayi, he shows up in the first. Juzang came back. And then Tyler Campbell had the late towards the end. I don't know if you saw that. Was also a great play.
yeah,
Kissenberg hit the three.
yeah.
And then Suggs got the block at the end. That was just crazy.
Yeah, I didn't really watch the full game because they were getting killed Gonzaga, and really, very shocked because it was really embarrassing because they were undefeated all year.
Of course, they're disappointing. The stat line for that game: Juzang 29 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Jaquez 19 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Campbell 17 points, 1 rebound, 7 assists. And Gonzaga, Timmy had a great game he was like dominant in the paint. Like 25 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Ayayi 22 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Suggs 16 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Kispert 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. 2 and of course Suggs with the game winner at the end. LeBron was hyping him up on Twitter. Dwayne Wade, all these athletes, showing. That's big for a kid, that he grew up watching this guy and then praising him. But, he couldn't get it done in the championship.
Yeah.
Get it done.
Yeah. Gonzaga's a team that just chokes in the tournament. They always like one of the top teams in the country. They can't finish it off.
Since you're a big Syracuse fan, you couldn't come on in the fantabulous run. And then once we last talked, they're eliminated. What do you think about the Syracuse-Houston game?
We just gave up like in like the final 10 minutes of the game. Houston was a really great team, and they were the better team than us. Hopefully Syracuse, like we get these next big recruits in the upcoming years. Hopefully we hold up that championship, and like in the next upcoming years, we got that point guard who was like ranked number 1 in this class, and hopefully we can make a good run.
Of course, and then you mentioned Buddy Boeheim, only 12 points. He had like 30 the game before. It's really crazy. He's the heart and soul of the team. Only got 12 points. I think those really set them back.
Yeah, Buddy Boeheim he's a really underrated player. He's always been a really great scorer for this team.
Of course, and then like the Houston's defense was great in that game. That's how they won. Defense, like I say, wins championships. Great defense. Sasha lit it up. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. And again, then Grimes had 14 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Those 2 guys, man, they were solid for their team.
Yeah, we were taking a lot of shots, like dump shots, and the rest. I gotta blame the rest for some of the bad calls that occurred in that game. But overall, Houston was playing really good.
Other thing, I don't know if you watched this game. Another great team that's been upsetting a lot of people. The Oral Roberts game versus Arkansas. Did you see that game?
Yeah, they came up like short, but what was it, like by 1 point or something?
Yeah,
they were a shocking team. Nobody didn't know who they were. So what happened in the first round when they beat who was Ohio State?
Yeah.
That just messed everybody's bracket.
Yeah, of course. Asmus, remember he was the guy who had the half-court shot, couldn't get it to go.
Yeah.
I mean, Asmus and Albina, that's their team, man. Like that was like a dynamic too. It's like John Stockton, Karl Malone, the big man and the point guard being together. Like I never seen that in like a long time. 2 dominant guys. And Albina, 12 points, 11 rebounds, a double-double. That game, Asmus 25 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. And for Arkansas, Smith had 12 points, 14 rebounds. He had a double-double. Davis, 16 points, 8 rebounds. Moody, 14 points, 6 rebounds. And Tate, this guy Tate off the bench, lit it up for them. 22 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Yeah, a big spark for them in that game, coming off the bench. And then Davis hit that tough shot at the end. I don't know if you saw that, like a little like shimmy, and then he threw it out. I was like, crazy, man.
Yeah, in my opinion, college basketball is like more fun to watch than probably the NBA because I feel like players take the game more serious in college because they're trying to like work more harder. And the NBA, everyone just doesn't care. They just keep shooting threes, thinking that they're like Steph Curry or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Shocking for you to say that because you love the NBA, Zach. You always talk about the NBA.
Yeah. But, I love the NBA, but yeah.
Let's talk about the other Final Four, the Baylor versus Houston game. What do you think about that game?
I thought it was a great game. Baylor coming out on top.
Yeah, Baylor kept killing it for 3, and then Houston couldn't stop them.
Yeah, Baylor has always been a great team, like every year. And then they make that big upset in the chip when they beat Gonzaga.
Of course, and Mitchell, he was like killing it from 3, 12 points, 2 yards, 11 assists. He had a double-double. Mitchell had a great game. Teague, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. Another good player for them. And Mayer killed it from 3-point range. It was like crazy. It was like their 3-point guy there. And then Sasha was the only Houston guy that played well, 17 points. The rest of the team, 3 points. That's it. Like, it was just crazy, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy. College basketball is always crazy.
Yeah. So you talked about bracket before. What was your bracket? Like, how did it work out? Any upsets you missed out on? Or
yeah, everyone's upset with Oral Roberts. No one expect them to even get past the first round. So you're facing Ohio State. Yeah, everyone's bracket was just crazy. It was crazy.
I had a double-digit seed at Syracuse in the Final Four. I knew there was going to be a double-digit seed in there, but I didn't know who. And it proved to be UCLA. UCLA had a great tournament. They're gonna be good next year. They're gonna be good. People don't count on UCLA. They're 1 shot away from. They almost beat Gonzaga. If they would have D'd up, they played in overtime. You never know what could have happened.
Yeah,
they could have beat Baylor. You never know. Baylor, they could have had an off day versus UCLA.
Maybe that shot didn't happen. Jalen Suggs shot. Maybe UCLA would have went to the chip.
Of course. So let's talk about the game, championship game. What was your thought about it?
Baylor was just killing it. You know, Gonzaga didn't have a good defense, so and I thought that Baylor was actually gonna have a shot at beating them. And yeah,
I think they're more fresher, skilled, and athletic. They're too little, too late for Gonzaga. They tried to pull away at the end. It was just too much, too much. Like a 2K game. When I play you, try to come back, but you always take over. So same kind of thing. And the hitting threes like crazy. Nobody can stop them. Like Steph Curry out here. Baylor was just a better team overall. There's nothing you could do about that.
Baylor's always been a great team.
And now let me tell you the stats. So we mentioned Suggs, 22 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. Timmy, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Kispert, I love him on that team. My favorite player on that team, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. 22 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Teague, 19 points, 2 rebounds, 1 block. Mitchell, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. A great overall game by Mitchell. And a great player.
Yeah.
And just in, I have an update. First here from Breakwater's Pod. A-Rod wants to buy the Timberwolves. He's going to buy the Timberwolves. What do you think about that? It's crazy news, man.
I was pretty. I really didn't care about it.
Yeah, I think A-Rod really wanted to buy the Mets, but Steve Cohen outbid him. Now it's has his childhood team. So when you compete against that, you gotta he got outbid by him. But it was interesting to see that Garnett wanted to buy the Timberwolves too. I was like, oh, Garnett, that'd be good. But I don't know what happened. I guess he got outbid by A-Rod. But
Yeah,
yeah, unfortunately, I really wanted to see Garnett as an owner. He's been been seeing some great acting movies. I saw him in Uncut Gems. That was a great movie. Just making a lot of intel. So I thought it'd been great for him.
yeah. I mean, he was the heart and soul of that team when he played during his playing days.
So, of course. So this we did with John. I don't know if you watched that. So I'm gonna let off a quick fire. All right, what's your favorite color?
Right?
All right, favorite team growing up?
Probably the Knicks or the Jets.
Uh, Jets. Yeah, you're a big time Jet fan. We'll go into that later. The Darnold trade. Uh, what about your favorite number growing up?
Favorite number? Probably eight.
That's cool. All right. What about your favorite snack?
Snack. It was pretty hard, but I gotta go with probably Doritos.
Cool, cool. Uh, what about your favorite place? Like your go-to spot?
Uh, Prob My favorite spot growing up was probably Outback. Uh,
Oh, of course, the Outback. You love the Outback.
I
Of
would,
course.
yeah, I always sit there and like watch games because they would show like games. They have like TVs all over the restaurant.
All right. What about your favorite athlete growing up?
Probably Giannis.
Not all-time favorite athlete, boxing, anybody.
All time favorite athlete. Probably, yeah, I think probably Giannis.
I didn't say Bernard King. He was your guy. What happened?
That was my dad's favorite player.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but Giannis has always been my favorite player of all time.
Of course. So what's your starting five if you had to pick one? Starting five and a six man for basketball.
Like all time.
All time, yeah.
Point guard, I'll go Magic. Shooting guard, Michael Jordan. Um, Small forward, LeBron. Power forward, Tim Duncan. Center. It's probably the hardest one. Me, it's either between Shaq or Kareem. But I'll give it a Shaq. And six man, I'll go Kobe.
It's a good starting five. I think you could beat John with that starting five.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we're gonna have we said before we're gonna have it on we're gonna have a poll on Instagram. Which team would you have? We'll have your team and John's team. Stay tuned for that. Make sure to pick Zach's team over here. I think he has a great team out here.
yeah.
Since you mentioned the Jets, and I forgot to say in the open, what do you think about the Sam Darnold trade?
Well, I think it was time to just move on with him. Yeah, I don't think he's really good for that franchise. I think he'll be good with Carolina. Carolina's a pretty good offensive core, like a young McCaffrey, uh, Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore. Um, yeah, I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna be a way better player with them, with the Panthers. And I think the Jets are probably going to take either Zach Wilson or Justin Fields as the second pick.
Of course, I would love to see Darnold kill it with the Panthers. As a Giant fan, I'd love to see that.
The Giants. I think they're probably going to win the division this year. With that new core that they got.
Of course, and I think the Jets got a fourth round pick, a second round pick, and a sixth round pick. They really got good value. So Deshaun Watson, things going on with that. They got really good trade value. I feel like they didn't get a first round pick, but they got 3 good picks. That's also. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I think we got some good values. Hopefully, the quarterback that we draft, either Fields or Wilson, hopefully they become good players in the future. Hopefully, none of them turn into busts. I think Justin Fields and Zach Wilson will be great players when it comes to the NFL. They're both very great players. Yeah, I'm just hoping that the Jets rebuild and hopefully we become a playoff team in the upcoming years.
Of course, definitely. So this concludes our episode. Like, subscribe. You know the deal. And we'll see you in a splash.